What's up, everyone? All two people that are here. What's going on? How you doing? Hey. Oh, my wife was one of them. Got excited. There was two people right off the jump. Well, it's 2019. 2018 was a total blur. Went by like this. 17 went by kind of quick. 16 went by kind of quick. But 18 went by in a blink of an eye. It was over with. I don't know about you, but it seems like, well, for me, the older I get with age, the faster time goes. Like when I was a kid, time took forever, it seemed like. You know what I mean? You couldn't wait for Christmas break. You couldn't wait for summer vacation. That shit took forever to come. Now, boom, 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 school year's over, boom. Next time you turn around and start school, boom, school year's over, boom, boom. So what the fuck is going on? It's almost like a matrix of sorts because it's almost like time has been speeded up. Like maybe a portal has opened up, some kind of time warp rift. Oh man, I was watching this show on the History Channel, and this fucking channel does not disappoint me at all. This week especially, it's Mysteries Week. It's all UFO shit. I believe tonight they're having the fucking people who were abducted and shit tell their stories tonight on the History Channel. I believe that's tonight. But they're actually going to have like people who were abducted by aliens and shit tell their story. We got Project Blue Book coming up on Tuesday. Can't wait for that shit. That's going to blow the lid off of shit and it's going to open people's fucking minds up. Can't wait for that one. Last night, there was a show called Vanished. And this show was about this guy. And this guy, what he did, he basically tried to solve, mysteries. But not your average mystery. Missing people mysteries. And he was able to come up with these clusters of missing people. And he had a map out, he's got his thumbtacks out. For all the missing reports of people that, were never turned up and, disappeared in some weird way that, they don't think there's a killer. You know what I mean? He investigates it. Well, he had these clusters around certain national parks. National parks, believe it or not, people, national parks, if you look around the whole country, missing people, national parks lead the way. The most missing people are coming out of these national parks. Every year people go missing in national parks. And people don't know where the fuck they went. They vanished without a trace. Well, this guy, he goes and fucking, interviews witnesses, does what he has to do. And last night he was doing this case about this guy named Carl something, who is a hiker over on Mount Shasta. That's in, I don't know if it's in Oregon or Washington or California. I think it's in California maybe. Northern California. But Mount Shasta, he was doing an interview about Mount Shasta, about a hiker who disappeared. And, he interviewed the people that were with him, and the people that were with him said he walked up to the lake, up on the mountain there, and they reenacted it, and they had someone walk up there, and you could see him the whole time. You never lose sight of him. It's not like he disappears. And they turned their back for a second, and then turned around again, and this guy was gone. Just straight gone. There was no murderers up on this mountain. This is like Mount Everest type shit. You got to be an experienced climber to get up to these things. And the dude just disappeared without a fucking trace. So, they went up there. They interviewed family members. They interviewed the people that were with him, that were hiking with him, that stayed behind while he went up. And they said he just vanished. He was there. They were watching him walk up. And, and then all of a sudden he wasn't there. There's no avalanches, I guess, on that mountain in this, that part where they were hiking. There's never any avalanches or anything like that. There's no serial killer running around on top of the mountain up there. Someone would see him. Like I said, it was all out in the open and shit. Well, they brought the, anomaly machines that they got to test for, like, And you know how we got those different points on the earth that create, this magnetic energy, this certain energy. And quartz rock, believe it or not, quartz is like basically a magnet for that. It feeds off of it when the energy hits the quartz. Weird shit's supposed to happen, supposedly. Well, it's just like the Bermuda Triangle, people. Planes disappearing. It's the same thing with the guy on the mountain, Mount Shasta. Walking, they see him, then they didn't see him. Disappeared. Well, when they went up there with their gadgets and everything, the thing started going haywire right around the spot where he was last seen walking. They were on that spot on the mountain. The thing started going crazy, okay? Telling them, that there was some anomaly, some strange force of nature happening there. You know what I'm saying?
Probably missing time.
Yeah, and then they investigated another thing at the, I think in Mesa Verde, Arizona, something like that. They're investigating these this little rock city. It was supposed to be this Native American ancient thing. Well, anyways, they got hiking trails. And a guy disappeared there, too. And it was the same instance. He was with he walked ahead. He bumped into another family on the trail he took. And they even have him in the photograph of being in the picture. And then minutes later, he just disappeared. He was gone. They never found a body in the canyon. He was gone. And they went up there, and they did the same thing with the gadgets. They got the same thing. But they called in these specialists. And this guy was like a rocket scientist. This guy actually said on the show, they said, he's worked on rockets, weapons. They said he's actually got a, patent, something in the works being made that's anti-gravitational and that flies. So they had a guy on there basically saying that he could build a UFO, that he had the secret to anti-gravitational, and the shit was nuts. Well, they brought their gadgets up there, and they put this laser thing here, this laser thing there, right where the guy would have disappeared, and the thing was going off the farts, and the guy basically said, he summed it all up, he said, us standing over here, we're actually aging a lot faster, a lot slower than the guy who's standing over there holding the other laser. He's aging faster than we are. And the shit was nuts. I started talking about portals that just open up into fucking, other universes, other dimensions. And it was totally blowing my fucking mind. And, they came up with the conclusion that these people walked through some sort of fucking door that opened up just out of nowhere, opened up from all this energy, sucked them in like a fucking wormhole.
It's random.
And nobody knows where they went. They could be in outer space somewhere. They could be on a fucking other planet somewhere. Who knows? Or they could be dead. They might not have survived. But never the fucking less. This shit is nuts, people. Fucking nuts. Portals. You believe in this shit? The show was on the History Channel. And this dude did his research. He brought in the top guns. And that's what they came up with. They came up with fucking portals opening up. And I talk about this all the time because I used to see clusters of just random people in New York State that would be missing in certain year time periods. Like there's this app called Mobile Patrol. You can look up and see who's in jail. Things like that. All the pedos in your neighborhood. It gives you lists of them. Things like that. But they got missing people on there as well. And the area, and there's certain areas like up by the Adirondack Mountains that just have large clusters of numbers of people that went missing, in a 20-year period or whatever, from around the same area. Nobody has any clue where these people went. No bodies were ever found, this and that. And, I'm thinking to myself, it's got to be abductions. You know what I mean? It's got to be abductions. They got to be coming down, taking these people. Nobody knows it. Never to be seen again. But this guy just opened up a whole new fucking door when he's talking about portals and certain energy points on Earth. And the Bermuda Triangle is one of those people. It makes perfect sense because the Bermuda Triangle has been fucking appearing planes and boats and shit for fucking years, people. Years. Even up here in the Great Lakes, Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, they call this region the fucking Bermuda Triangle of the fucking Great Lakes. shit disappears all the time over fucking Lake Erie and shit too. You know, and these guys who came in, they showed all the energy points around the country that they, collected data on, and they showed the ones that are the most craziest, that give off the most, and, the Great Lakes area was just as high as all the other ones, like Mount Shasta and all the other, Yosemite is actually the biggest. Yosemite National Park actually has the most people that go missing, never to be heard of again. Nobody knows what happened to them. No bodies ever turn up. And, I used to think abductions. And I think maybe some of the cases still probably are abductions, because we did make a deal with a alien race, supposedly, one of our presidents, in exchange for technology, we would let them abduct so many of our citizens, run tests, whatever have you on. You know what I mean? So I believe some of the cases still are alien, but this whole portal and this fucking wormhole and this just door opening out of nowhere shit blows my fucking mind like you wouldn't believe. Takes it to the whole fucking new level. And these guys were fucking legit, man. They were on the History Channel. They were fucking legit. You know what I mean? And this guy claimed he had an anti-gravitational fucking thing built. So that's a UFO. Basically, that's how they're flown. So this guy knows how to build a UFO right there. What's that tell you? If he's working on building something, you don't think we already got shit? But portals. Blows my fucking mind. I'm sure it blows yours. All you people that ain't even talking out there. Nobody commenting. Got a whole lot of listening. Well, not a whole lot, but enough. And nobody commenting. But yeah, portals, motherfuckers. Portals. The shit gets real. Portals, man. Blows my fucking mind. Just to think about it, to even fathom something like that, fucking blows my mind. A fucking wormhole, fucking door just opens up and you get sucked in it. The door closes. It's just like the mysterious lights in the sky. They light up. They go off. You know what I mean? Those could be fucking actually portals too. Those lights in the sky could be portals. You don't know that. They very well could be. It could be a door the way they, and then when it goes off, it's like a door shutting, because it drops like this, and it's almost like it shrinks, like something closing, and it's out. So those could actually be fucking portals opening up in our sky. Sure, they open up on the ground too, but I'm sure they open up in the sky too. You never know when you could probably have one open up. It all depends on the energy that day and ions in the air. You never fucking know. And for all you people out there that don't believe in portals and shit like that can actually happen, I know it's hard for somebody to, wrap their brain around that and can actually, picture that being true. A lot of people have a hard enough time with the whole alien thing, A lot of people are still on the fence. There's a lot of people just brainwashed that just listen to anything they put out on TV, radio, blah, blah, blah. But they're starting to put more and more UFO shit out on TV. My wife seen a commercial earlier for sunglasses, an alien sitting in a cornfield on the fucking commercial. I keep telling you this, people. I keep talking about this every time I do my live feed. I talk about this shit. And tell you, I'm no fucking dummy. I'm no idiot. I wasn't born yesterday, okay? A fucking Stevie Wonder could see what's about to take place. They're acclimating us to disclosure, little by little. But I don't know why you people can't see it, because it's fucking crystal clear to me. Or else shows like Project Blue Book and shit like that, and fucking sunglasses using aliens and cornfields, they wouldn't be coming out. The government wouldn't be letting that come out. They'd be censoring that shit. The fact that it's even getting let out tells me that they want people to get more comfortable to the fact that maybe this could possibly be true. We know it's true. We're not debating the fact whether it's true. I know it's fucking true. There's a lot of people that don't, though. And that's who I want disclosure for. I want disclosure for the blind people. I want disclosure for the people sitting on the fence, the skeptics. I want disclosure for them. So their minds get open. Get what I'm saying? And it will happen. Maybe not in the time you want it to. Will it happen before the end of the world? In 2021, 22, 23? One of those 3 years? That's what I'm predicting, but a lot of other people are too. But will it happen before then? I think it will. I think it will. I think it's going to happen soon. I think by 2020, we'll have UFO and alien disclosure. By 2020. You can't deny it. More and more sightings every day. Fucking David Wilcock done lost his fucking mind. This guy done lost his fucking mind, okay? And I used to be a fan of fucking Wilcock. I used to be a fan of this dude. I used to like a lot of his shit. And I seen a fucking video where he's saying UFO sightings are on the decline. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now, dude? On the decline? To the contrary, dude. To the fucking decline. What decline is this dude fucking talking about? Because all I see is an increase. Every day, more and more videos, sightings on the fucking net somewhere. They're talking about it in newspapers, But we're on the decline. I don't know if that dude's been compromised or if he was just a fucking quackpot to begin with. I don't know. I believed a lot of his shit. I bought a lot of his fucking fairy tales. So I'm hoping a lot of his fairy tales are true. I believe the whole Antarctica thing. I believe all that. Because I know Antarctica's fucking, And when I'm talking about portals and shit, people, that's probably one of the highest energy points on the entire Earth. Would be the pole. You know what I mean? I would think. A lot of secrecy out of Antarctica. A lot of shit. A lot of shit going on down there. They don't want nobody knowing about. Why? Who the fuck knows? We can only speculate. Scallywags. Portals. Fucking portals. But yeah, man. A lot of shows coming out on the History Channel that are fucking great shows. Gonna open a lot of people's eyes. And that's what I'm hoping for. I'm trying to sway people's minds. I'm trying to turn non-believers into believers. Because all you can do is believe. You gotta believe in something. And if you think, all them stars out there in the sky, if you think there's not life on one of those fucking stars like there is on this planet, why are we the lucky ones? Why did we hit the lotto? It's not like that. There's other beings out there. We see them every day in our skies. We get them on videotape almost every single fucking day. There's been so many cover-ups over the years. Abductions happen. Travis Walton. The guy's story's true. The guy passed lie detector tests. Him and his 6 whatever buddies. Fucking dozens of times, for Christ's sake. That shit happened to him. He was taken by something not from this earth in a craft that was flying in the sky. You get what I'm saying? A disc-shaped giant craft. and it took him up, and he was able to get into a hangar that was huge, fucking huge. And he said there was UFOs everywhere, all different types. So he was on one of the chevrons. You see, I don't think he got to go to another planet. I think when he was abducted, they only had him a total of like 3 days or 5 days or something. I think it was 3 days. Maybe it was 5 though. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyways, you know, he claims to have been on the UFO. You know, he's seen the rooms. You know, he's seen their faces. He's seen what he's seen in the hangar. And the guy didn't just dream this up. You know, they all passed lie detector tests. They all, you know, saw what they saw. So that leads me to believe that he got taken away from a scout team. He got taken up into a chevron in space somewhere. I'm sure the chevron wasn't floating around in our atmosphere. Somebody would have seen that big fucker. But it was probably in space somewhere. Who knows? Between us and Mars somewhere. Sitting just at dock waiting. You know, and the UFOs go out on their little missions to different planets. Then they come back to the fucking hub. You get what I'm saying? You gotta have a hub to come back to.
Where's the bottom?
Were you able to get the wick rolls?
It's like they're right there.
I said were. I didn't say you didn't. I said were you able to? Alright. Can't have roast beef without weck. Weck rolls. It's basically rolls with salt. Like pretzel type salt on top of them. And you get some au jus sauce. You put the thinly sliced roast beef on your hard weck roll with salt on it. And you pour some au jus sauce over the top of that roast beef. Pour a little bit on the inside of the bun. A little extra pinch of salt. Close her up. It's a Buffalo staple, just like Loganberry. It's one thing we're known for, and we got probably the best in the world.
What, roast beef?
Roast beef on whack. Portals. You people need to start watching the damn History Channel. For real, for real. There's a lot of good shows this week. It's all UFO and shit related. Isn't tonight the one about the abduction, people telling their stories and shit? Didn't we see the preview for it last night?
Tonight at 10 maybe?
I don't know. I could have sworn it was this said tonight. Turn on the History Channel tonight.
Too, right?
It's all Mystery Week UFO type shit. Seen a pretty wicked sunset tonight. It was sky was basically fucking, that red, that eerie red. But it was mostly cloudy for the most part, but there was a couple patches open, and in those patches it was just red, red, red. The reddest red you've ever seen. Like fireball red. But it was very beautiful. One thing about chemtrailing, there's a lot of cons to chemtrailing, but there's a lot of pro chemtrailing too. We don't know what they're actually doing it for yet. They could be doing it to help us. Stopping deadly rays from getting to... You don't know why they're doing it. But if they're doing it for their own personal gain, geoengineering the weather and HAARP and all that other shit, then that's a whole nother ball game. But there is some good from chemtrails, because I'll tell you what, some of the most beautiful skies I've seen with my eyes ever in my life were chemtrail-filled skies as the sun was going down. That's some of the, it makes for just a Bob Art Ross, Bob Ross, what's that guy's name with that little afro? I'm going to paint a little tree over here. Is his name Bob or Art Ross? But that's what it looks like. Chemtrails give you that. Without the chemtrails, you wouldn't have that same effect. We wouldn't have all these colored sunsets and these bright red and pinkish skies. We wouldn't have all that. Same thing with sun halos and sundogs. Okay? Because I've never seen a sundog on a clear day. A clear blue sky. You won't see a sundog on a clear blue sky day. You have to have something for the light to reflect off of. So, clouds, it happens very slim. Chemtrails, it happens more than you think. There's usually one day a month that you're going to get a pretty good sundog anywhere in the country you're at. And you're going to get probably 3 or 4 days a month that will produce sundogs, but only one of those days will be a real good day where it's even worthy of, putting on camera. Skies around here, they haven't, other than that sunset I seen tonight, they haven't been that good. It's been cloudy and just clouds for the most part. Not a lot of blue, not a lot of, you can't even see the chemtrails because there's so many damn clouds. So. Found $100 bill on the ground today. Outside my work. Got all happy till I realized it was fake. Then I got pretty pissed. It looks fucking legit. It looks real. Tell me that don't look real.
It's yours. Make sure you mark it somewhere. Come on.
Tell me that don't look real. Feels real too. Even got the strip going down it. But if you look closely, it says for motion picture use only. Right here. That's the difference. So in them rappers and their videos, they're throwing them hundos all in the air and shit. Though that ain't their money, and it ain't even real money. It's this shit. For motion picture use only. It's that shit. It looks spitting image. It's spot on. It's basically the best counterfeit you can get. And where I work, there's actually a drug house like 2 doors away from where I work. And you see the drug addicts coming to and going from all frickin' day long. And I bet one of them dropped this. I bet one of them was going to try to give it to the dealer for. And he probably had a bunch of them. And when he went to get, put his hand in his pocket to pull out his money, he must have dropped one. He was going to try to get the dealer, and that would have got him shot in the head. That probably would have got him shot in the head, You do something like that, people have killed for a lot less. So, I just think it's cool, I would never try to, turn it in or fucking, I think I'm going to frame it and hang it up. Frame it, hang it up. I kind of like it. $100 bill ski. For motion picture use only. And then up here it even says motion picture use only. But people, just happen to look at it. If you get a lot of hundreds every day and you're used to having hundreds in your pocket, you get to slip this. You just look at it like this. You're like, oh shit, all right, that's 100. Bet. Or you slip it in your pocket. You know what I mean? Counterfeit bills. Money's the root of all evil, people. It is the root of all evil. It's horrible. Money will make them same friends come back around swearing that they was always down. Fucking money. Sometimes I think we'd be better in a communist nation. Because ain't communism where everything's equal? Nobody has more of anybody else. Like, you won't have 2 Porsches and I'll have a fucking Ford. It won't work. You know what I mean? I think communism's like equal, isn't it? I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on communists, but I believe, communism was about that. Everything being equal, so nobody was better than the other. And I kind of like that. You know what I mean? Because then it's any man for himself then. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna be born with a silver spoon in their mouth and fucking be a fucking Kardashian making millions of dollars just for being born and have no talent at all. No fucking talent. Those women have absolutely no fucking talent at all. At all. Their only talent is to make their asses and tits look fucking even more gigantic than they already are, and to date the what rapper or what basketball player is trending this month. And then as soon as he's not trending or he's not hot no more, kick him to the curb and then date the next rapper slash basketball player. You get what I'm saying? They only date blacks, except for the one sister. She had the white guy, but for the most part, they only date black people. And they only date rappers or basketball players. But yet, these people were born millionaires. These people were born millionaires. They were born with silver spoons in their mouth, never having to work a day in their fucking life. They wouldn't know what a day of hard work was if it jumped up and slapped them in the face with some fucking baby powder in my fucking palm, okay? They wouldn't know. They don't know. People like that make me sick. Like, physically ill. And they don't fucking donate a fucking penny of it. None of it. They keep it all to themselves. They spend it on more Botox in their ass cheeks. And more fucking Bentleys and shit like that. I don't like this color Bentley no more. It's not in. I gotta get the October color. Gotta get the red Bentley now. Oh, not a... Yeah. Now I want the green Bentley. Well, you just got the red one 3 days ago. Yeah, I know, but it's getting kind of old now. I'm just gonna go get the green one. It's fucking disgusting. And yet, someone in this country will go to bed tonight starving with no food in their belly, freezing with no blanket to cover them, homeless, sleeping under a bridge. Somebody won't eat a meal tonight. Somebody won't have a place to live tonight, to sleep tonight. And yet these people can go around buying 19 cars per month that cost upwards of 100 G's and up. You get what I'm saying? Doesn't make no sense. And like I said, they don't donate shit. They don't fucking help no charities. Nothing. Fuck those people. Fuck those people. They're part of the fucking problem. The brainwashed Illuminati fucking syndrome, fucking shadow government, fucking stick it to the man. They're part of it all. That's what Uncle Sam wants you to keep seeing. More Kardashians. Because if your brain is wrapped up with the Kardashians, your brain's not looking up in the fucking sky. Put $100 bill on that. $100. You sound like a Marxist. Yeah. That's the guy, that's the inventor of communism, isn't it? Marx. I know that much. Everything should be equal. I am. You can consider me a Marx. You can consider me one. Because I'm in firm belief of that, you know. It's not my fault I was born to a family that, you know, was just above being poor. That was, you know, in between poor and middle class. That's not my fault, you know what I mean? Some people get to be born rich. It shouldn't be like that. It should not be like that because that's not fair. It's an unfair advantage at life, at somebody having a good life. You get what I'm saying? So everything should be equal and everybody should see the world as it is, the same. And, you know, we should have the same amount of money in our bank accounts, everything. The same number of TVs in our house. The same number of, you know, everything. shoes, fucking everything. And there'd be a lot less problems in this world. Because a lot of problems, murder, shit like that happen over jealousy. People being jealous. You got money, I want that money. I'm gonna go take that money. Shit like that, man. For real. All things equal. Absolutely. Parallel dimensions. Absolutely. An equal playing field. You know? I can't afford all these high-tech computers and gizmos and gadgets. Some people are born into it. They can buy a fucking computer factory. At the age of 3. We should all be equal. But that's a pipe dream that will never come true. So you gotta face the facts. It's a cold, hard, bitter reality slap face when you look at things. But you gotta face the facts. Life sucks. It's not always fucking sunshine and rainbows. That's for sure. There's gotta be pain before there can be joy. And when you get your joy, you gotta get some more pain. I'm from the USSR. Marxism sucked more than you'll ever know. You see, I think it would be pretty nice to live in a situation like that. If everything was equal, then I'd have no problem with it at all. Because you don't have a better car than me, you don't have a, better house than me, we live in the same kind of house. We drive the same kind of car. Easy. Makes life a lot simpler. Sure, there's more rules. Life is just not terrible for the people who already are rich and have money. They're the people that wouldn't want a system like this. Because then that takes away all their money and gives it to other people to even it out. You get what I'm saying? So they would be against that. I would not be, because I don't have any money. I'm broke as a motherfucking joke, always 24/7. Not completely broke, but broke. Russia. Live in Russia in simpler times. The Gorbachev days, huh? I liked Gorby. I liked the roadmap he used to have on his fucking dome piece. He used to have that giant map. Looked like Alaska or some shit on his fucking head. Oh, man. That guy was great. Good dictator. He ruled with an iron fist for sure. I like Putin. I'm a big Putin fan. Big Putin fan. Putin's a good guy. Not. Or is he? He could be. I don't know. I like the fact how he was doing the fucking nuclear bomb, tests where he was making the people go into fallout shelters and shit. Looking out for his citizens. I like that. He earned brownie points with me on that one. That's for sure. Vlad. They call me Ivan the Impaler. Ivan the Terrible. Russians. I'll tell you what, there's some fucking great hockey players. There's some great hockey players. Against Canadians, and have played against Russians. And I can honestly say Russians were probably a lot harder than the Canadians were. Just for the simple fact that they tire you out. They're non-stop. grinding back and forth like fucking you're playing some ping pong, and you're getting circle skated around you. Russians can skate their fucking ass off. Now their puck skills, not as good as their skating. But their skating made up for that enough times where, they put themselves in positions to score, so. Hockey, hockey, hockey. The good old days when I used to play hockey. The good old days. I wish I could go back to those days. The smell of the locker room, that musty jock strap smell. I used to love that smell. There's something like the smell of a stale, musty ice rink in the morning when you walk in. Oh, it's like my sanctuary. I love it. It brings back so many childhood memories, good ones, when life was a lot better than the world is today. The world today is just more, it's evil, it's chaotic. Why do you think all this strange shit is happening, people? We're heading towards the end times. It's inevitable. Trumpet sounds are being heard all over the world past couple years, people. This isn't no, I didn't make this up. It's documented. It's on video. It's all over the world. People are hearing these trumpet sounds in the fucking sky. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it talks about that in the Bible, about hearing trumpets in the sky before, God comes back. So, star people. That's what the Native Americans call aliens. Star people. And if you look on their, what do they call those? Starts with a P. Their drawings. Polygraphy, or I don't know what the fuck. Something. Starts with a P. Somebody help me out. They're like rock, cave paintings and shit. Polygraph, whatever. Polyglyphs, whatever. But, star people, they call them. And, most of those fucking, a lot of those paintings show and depict their version of what star people are. And a lot of them look just like extraterrestrials that we know of from seeing, in the media and the internet, things like that, from our experience. And, they've been seeing them for, thousands and thousands of years, Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? They've been coming down here since the beginning of time. They're a lot more advanced than we are. And, when life was a lot simpler back then, when Native Americans were around before the reign of, England and Britain all on the Americas and shit, I'm sure that UFOs came down a whole lot more, and, were probably more susceptible to talking to like a tribe or something, you know what I mean? And introducing themselves because they see, it's peace. There's no war. The world's not a fucked up place yet. And, I'm sure of it that extraterrestrials used to come down and interact and probably talk with some Native American tribes, things like that, when times were a lot simpler. I believe that, and now times are just so out of control. They want to make contact, but they don't know how, and they're worried that they might, overstay their and we might get angry, want to shoot at them, and then it has to start a war. Who knows? We don't know. I do know they still come down here every single fucking day. I do know that. These damn notifications are pissing me off. You're making me a list? A list of what? Chores to do? Yummy. Hibiscus pear. Hibiscus. Panera bread, I love it. Only problem that I got with Panera bread is they don't have French fries. I'm not real big on a place that doesn't serve French fries. If you don't serve French fries, I probably don't fucking like you. And don't want to eat there. Because I love fries that much. I just love French fries. Love potatoes. Potato skins. Mashed potatoes. Tater tots. Potato pancakes. Whoa! Potato motherfucking pancakes. You ever eat a potato pancake? Oh my God, we got some good ones up here in Western New York, I'll tell you that. I bet you feel miserable when you wake up. Yeah, I do. I feel miserable when I wake up a lot. A lot. Not really miserable. It's not that I'm miserable when I wake up. It's more like I feel like I'm hungover, even though I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't drink or do drugs. Smoke a little pot now and then, but, you know, so does fucking 80% of the fucking planet. But every morning I wake up, I feel sick, you know, I feel hungover, I feel sick, I feel nauseous, you know, I get headaches. I've been having a headache for like the last 3 weeks every day. And when I cough, it activates it. It's right here. When I cough, it starts the headaches. And then they start throbbing. So I wouldn't say miserable. I'm not miserable when I wake up. At all. I'm happy when I wake up. Wake up next to my wife, I'm happy. I don't feel so hot, but I'm not miserable. Well, you know, I tried working out when I did a couple, you know, stints in the penitentiary. And, you know, it's really not for me. I know you get a high after a while from working out, you know what I mean? But I just never been. And plus, you know, one of my best friends growing up just passed away recently within the year. And he was like me, you know, he did drugs for many years. Then he, you know, went in recovery. And, you know, he had so many years clean. I don't know if he had 7, 8 years clean, something like that. So that's more than I have. And he started working out. He started becoming a workout nut and just working out all the time. He had a massive heart attack and died after working out. So what does that tell you? You know what I mean? Some hearts are not meant for that much strenuous activity. It's okay to exercise. Yeah, walking. Oh, I walk. I walk all the time. I definitely walk. At my job, I do a lot of walking. So exercise is good, but working out is just not for me. That's putting too much, you know, too much pressure on the ticker. Don't think the ticker, after all these years of drugs and just, you know, can handle it. Cigarettes. So, looks real, don't it? Shit looks real. Looks real to me. UFOs. Gonna be queuing up a few videos after the live feed, some new and recent UFO sightings and, you know, mysterious, strange things in the sky. Be on the lookout for that. You know, I did a 360 to the page. You know, I'm focusing primarily on UFO and aliens, disclosure for the people. That's my main goal, my main objective right now. Nibiru, Planet X, you know, that's still up there, you know. I'm still researching it, you know, studying film, watching videos, reading articles, looking for myself out in the field. And, you know, it's always in the back of my mind still. But right now, it's UFOs. You know, that's the main thing. I want disclosure. I'm tired of being lied to. And I just want truths to be told. And that's the main objective over here at the Red, White, and Disclosure channel. Now, if, you know, I start seeing 2 suns setting every night and shit like that, then I'm going to, you know, I'm going to still be bringing you you know, Planet X and Nibiru videos if I see something, you know, related to that, you know. But for the most part, it'd be all UFO shit and mysterious things like portals, mysterious lights in the sky, blue lights, pink lights, you know, line, you know, sun dogs, whatever. You know, if I see them, they're going on tape. UFOs, I'm banking, I'm banking that this coming season, this coming warmer season, headed into the spring, into April and May, when it starts warming up a little, and you can sit outside at night and have fires and stuff. I'm banking the skies are going to produce like they've never produced before, and the summer of 2019 is going to be one for the record books as far as UFO sightings and strange lights, anomaly things in our sky. I believe 2019 will be the year that outdoes all the rest of the years as far as UFO, you know, because we're getting closer to disclosure, so things are going to start happening a lot more in our skies, even from our own government, disguised, making themselves look like UFOs, probably more than likely just to get us comfortable with the fact that they're out there and they do exist. So don't be surprised if you start seeing more TR3Bs or whatever, TRB33BBs, the triangle, the pyramids flying through the sky. Don't be surprised if you start seeing a lot more of those, especially if you live near any base or installation that has to do with the armed services, you know, Air Force, Navy, Army, Marines, you know, any kind of military base. If you live close to a military base, um, keep your eyes in the sky at all times, you know what I mean? Especially at night, because, you know, I'm almost 100% positive if, you know, they're going to fly that around, they don't want to be at night. I don't think they're going to want to fly it around during the day. But then again, you never know. With the sightings increasing and them wanting to get us used to this shit, you never know. So it very well could happen. Just keep your eyes peeled. 2019 is going to be the year, guys and gals. Skies will open up for us like they never did before. Hey, we might even get Planet X. You never know. Stranger things have happened. Asteroids are inbound for Earth. There is a end-all asteroid out there with a trajectory that will hit Earth somewhere out there. And every day, you just got to look at it this way. Every day, it gets closer to Earth. No matter how, it could be 20,000 years away from us. But every day, it gets closer. So you got to look at it like that. There's asteroids out there with the trajectory of hitting Earth dead on that are end-all asteroids that are headed for us. When will those hit? It's like playing the lotto, rolling the dice. It's like getting struck by lightning twice. Nobody knows, but it's going to happen. It's not if, it's when. And I keep specifying this over and over and over and over again to you people. It's happened before. It's in our history. It's in our past. And it will be in our future. Unless we can do something to stop that. Unless we can come up with the technology to break them apart in space, whatever have you, blow them up, whatever. Maybe that's part of the plans with the Space Wars too, is to go up there and fucking nuke some asteroids and save us. You know, there are people out there that think that, you know, chemtrails are being done to save us and not harm us. And sure, they kill people and give people cancer and shit, but, you know, you got to lose a few for the good of mankind. And there's a lot of people that believe, and I was one of them at one time, that believed they were doing it to stop the deadly rays coming from the sun, you know, kill shots and things like that that would come from the sun. And if that's even possible, I believe it has been, you know, documented to be, it could be possible that a kill shot could happen. So one never knows. Or they could be doing it for HAARP, geoengineering, freaking with our weather patterns. Smoke and mirrors, you know. Or they could be putting them in the sky to help with their laser shows. because you can't project your holographic image if it's a blue sky and there's nothing there. There's nothing to project on. See, and if there's no clouds, you need chemtrails. So, China, they got a fucking rover on the moon. Notice how the moon pictures from the China's rover look totally different than ours. Like, it looks red almost like Mars. And where ours look all that dusty gray. You know what I mean? Just a giant fucking hoax. Basically, shamming U.S. even more on that one, because how do you explain that? Oh, well, the atmosphere changed in the last 40 years, and now it's reddish looking. Blah, 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 blah. They're putting a fake moon up in space. They're on the moon. Lots happening. Lots happening, Captain, up there and off this rock here that we call Earth. Is there another planet out there like Earth? Yes. You bet your ass there is. It's out there. You know where it is? Have we already found that planet? I think we have. And I think we already have people there. And I think it's on a planet that's in our own solar system. I think there's another planet in our solar system that can, have life on it. But then again, you never know. If not our solar system, there's fucking how many billions or more out there? Space is endless. Space and time. You're dealing with a whole fucking... We don't know what's going on anymore. Is this a matrix? Is this a Mandela effect? What the fuck is going on? Portals, asteroids, portals, UFOs, food stamps. What? No, I'm just kidding. Hey, what we got here? Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Give me a nut to chew on. Where's Debbie? Got some nuts for the squirrels. Gotta give the squirrels some nuts. Driving Ivan. I go nuts for nuts. Get notifications, man. Well, I got about 2 minutes here. I'm gonna be wrapping it up. I've reached my hour limit. It's been real though. It's been real. Portals. Who would have thought? Me neither. But now, look what we got. Portals. Fucking portals. Food for thought. To leave you hanging with right there. Fucking portals, huh? I'd like to walk into one. Just to see where it would take me. It might kill me though. But that's a risk I'd want to take. I'd want to take that risk. Just to see what's in that portal, you know what I mean? See what's on the other side of the portal. Could be a utopia, a metropolis. Could be Atlantis. Could be one state over. You don't know. Might walk in a fucking time warp, step out and be in fucking Arkansas. Tabletop Lake. Where's John Smith? Let's talk some tabletop. Tide Pods. Actually a mind control device by the government. Stop eating them because they cause cancer. Which is man-made. Who the fuck eats Tide Pods? That's disgusting. Who would eat a Tide Pod? That's like the shit you put in a washing machine, isn't it? Tide Pods? That's nasty, dude. Who the fuck eats Tide Pods? What planet are you from? Planet Tide Pod? Well, yeah. I would say you live on flat Earth. Earth's not flat, guy. Earth's round. Dome Earth. You're a flat earther, huh? I never could jump on that bandwagon. I just can't see it. I don't see the evidence. Because if it's flat, there has to be an ending point, and you would eventually fall off. And you don't. You can sail around the world without falling off. So, gotta be round. That would be my speculation. Then again, who the hell am I? I'm a nobody. Well, I'm sorry to hear about that. Rick Moranis is right behind you. Watch out. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Rick Moranis, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Hey, Ricky. Say hello. What, if Rick Moranis die and you see his ghost? You probably see him. Rick Moranis. He is dead? Sweet. Well, last live feed I did, I had this orb. Orb was sitting right here, to the left of my head. And it was just sitting there. And it would disappear and then it would come back. If we check on my last live feed, one of my last live feeds, towards the end, you'll see this orb up here, to the left of me. Maybe that's Ricky. Maybe that's good old Ricky boy. Ricky Moranis. That'd be pretty cool to have Rick Moranis as my guardian angel, huh? The guy from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Watching over me. He'd probably shrink me. Red Bull has a... You see, people? You see? My wife seen a commercial earlier. Sunglasses commercial. Alien in a field. Now, she just seen a Red Bull commercial with aliens in it. We had a brisk bottle here the other day with aliens all over the bottle. Shows like Project Blue Book coming out. Movies like Bob Lazar's coming out. They're inching us towards disclosure, people. They're acclimating us towards disclosure. One step at a time. Why are all these commercials all of a sudden aliens? Everything's aliens now. Gerald, that's disgusting. That's disgusting, Gerald. TMI, dude. That's horrible, bro. Wow. I gotta stop eating these. They're addicting. Was I misled? Yeah, I think you were. What it tastes like? Red Bull with aliens. Come on, people. Portals. Just in the last week alone. Okay, last couple weeks. The Bob Lazar movie's coming out. Project Blue Book and all these alien shows coming on History Channel this week. Okay, more alien movies coming out in the years progressing. Brisk bottles with alien labels with little aliens in their spaceships all over the bottle. That's the design. Red Bull commercials with aliens in it. Sunglass commercials with aliens in it. Alien sightings, UFO sightings increasing. Strange blue lights increasing around the fucking planet. What is this all leading to, people? DISCLOSURE. Disclosure. You gotta get you acclimated. Lukewarm water. You gotta put your foot in one step at a time.
The Red Bull one. The Red Bull was in a gas station getting a Red Bull. The guy in Red Bull walked out, hopped into his UFO, and took off.
You see? Now, if you drink Red Bulls, they want you to believe you can go with the aliens. Well, if that's the case, I'll be the first one to go. I'll have a fucking, a front class seat. All the money I put into the Red Bull company in the past 10 years alone, I would be on the very first seat. Rick Moranis. That's who you sucked off? Rick Moranis? Wow. Troll. Rick Moranis. Honey, I Shrunk My Penis.
That sucks for me.
Yeah. It's already shrunken up. It really would suck. I thought I could finally get into Hollywood if I did stuff with them. Well, did you get into Hollywood? You made it. Because this is Hollywood, Gerald. This is Hollywood. You're looking at it. I'm a fucking rock star. A mother rock star. Alright, I gotta go. Gerald, it's been real, buddy, but I think you're in the wrong room. I think you want AOL men on men. They have rooms for this kind of stuff, Gerald. Peace and love. See you guys next week sometime. Peace.